Question 1. General insurance principles. Which of the following statements best describes the concept of insurable interest in the context of an insurance policy? A. Insurable interest means that the policyholder must stand to gain financially from the preservation of the insured property. B. Insurable interest refers to the requirement that the policyholder must be directly affected by the loss of the insured property having a financial stake in its preservation. C. Insurable interest is a concept where the policyholder has the right to determine the premium amount based on the value of the insured property. D. Insurable interest is only applicable to property insurance policies, not life or health insurance policies. Answer. B. Insurable interest refers to the requirement that the policyholder must be directly affected by the loss of the insured property having a financial stake in its preservation. Explanation. In insurance law, insurable interest is a fundamental requirement for an insurance policy to be valid. It ensures that the policyholder has a legitimate financial interest in the insured property or person. For property insurance, this means the policyholder must suffer financial loss if the insured property is damaged or destroyed. The concept of insurable interest is essential to prevent gambling on the loss of property or life. The policyholder must prove that they would experience a financial detriment due to the loss of the property or life covered by the insurance policy. This requirement is not exclusive to property insurance, it is also critical in life and health insurance. Question 2. Claims process scenario-based. Mr. Thompson is filing a claim after his home suffered significant damage due to a fire. The adjuster, upon inspecting the damage, discovers that several personal items in the home were not covered under the policy's property coverage. The policyholder is frustrated and requests the adjuster to provide compensation for these items under different policy clauses. Which of the following actions should the claims adjuster take in this situation? A. The adjuster should immediately offer a settlement based on the homeowner's dissatisfaction to avoid further conflict. B. The adjuster should explain to the policyholder the specific terms and exclusions of the policy and deny the claim for the uncovered items. C. The adjuster should ignore the exclusions in the policy and offer compensation for the personal items as a goodwill gesture. D. The adjuster should advise the policyholder to sue the insurance company for the denied coverage on the personal items. Answer. B. The adjuster should explain to the policyholder the specific terms and exclusions of the policy and deny the claim for the uncovered items. Explanation. In this scenario, the adjuster's role is to adhere to the terms and conditions of the insurance policy. If certain items are not covered under the homeowner's property policy, it is the adjuster's responsibility to explain the exclusions clearly to the policyholder. Insurance policies are contracts, and the adjuster must enforce the policy's terms as they are written, including any exclusions. Offering compensation for uncovered items would violate the policy's provisions and could be seen as unethical. The adjuster should also inform the policyholder about the appeals or review process if the policyholder wishes to contest the denial, but they cannot offer a settlement that goes beyond the policy coverage. Question 3. Adjuster techniques and methods. Which of the following is the most effective method for an adjuster to evaluate the actual cash value (CV) of damaged property? A. Using the property's original purchase price and applying a standard depreciation rate for all items. B. Determining the replacement cost without considering depreciation, as depreciation is irrelevant for most claims. C. Calculating the current market value of the property and deducting depreciation based on the age and condition of the property. D. Simply offering the policyholder an amount equal to the initial policy limit without regard for actual damage or depreciation. Correct answer. C. Calculating the current market value of the property and deducting depreciation based on the age and condition of the property. Explanation. To determine the actual cash value (CV) of damaged property, the adjuster must calculate the property's current market value, which is the amount the property would sell for in its current condition. This value is then reduced by depreciation, which reflects the property's loss in value due to age, wear and tear. Depreciation is an essential part of the ACV calculation and should be factored in for accurate claim settlement. Replacement cost, on the other hand, would not include depreciation, and the policyholder would receive the amount needed to replace the property with a new one of similar kind and quality, but this is a separate calculation. Ignoring depreciation or offering amounts equal to the policy limit would not align with standard claims practices. Question 4. Claims process. Which of the following is the primary responsibility of an insurance adjuster during the claims process? A. To accept the claim at face value and immediately issue payment to the claimant. B. To investigate the claim thoroughly, verify coverage, assess damages, and determine the amount payable. C. To handle all legal disputes arising from the claim, including court representation. D. To assist the policyholder in finding a repair contractor without regard to cost limitations. Answer: B. To investigate the claim, thoroughly verify coverage, assess damages, and determine the amount payable. Explanation: the primary role of an insurance adjuster is to investigate the claim in detail. This includes reviewing the policy's coverage, assessing the damage, and verifying the cause of the loss. The adjuster must ensure that the claim is valid and falls within the policy's scope of coverage. This thorough process ensures that the correct settlement is offered. The adjuster does not accept claims at face value, nor do they handle legal disputes unless specified by their duties. They also cannot make decisions that conflict with the terms of the policy, such as assisting in finding contractors without regard to cost. Question 5. Mississippi Insurance Laws and Regulations. Under the Mississippi Fair Claims Settlement Practices Act (FEPA), which of the following is a prohibited practice for an insurance company or claims adjuster? A. Offering a partial settlement to a claimant without investigating the full extent of the damages. B. Ensuring that claims are processed within 10 business days. C. Denying a claim solely based on a policy exclusion that was clearly outlined in the policy. D. Providing timely updates to the claimant regarding the status of their claim. Answer: A. Offering a partial settlement to a claimant without investigating the full extent of the damages. Explanation: the Fair Claims Settlement Practices Act (FCPA) is designed to ensure that claims are handled fairly and in a timely manner. One of the prohibited practices is offering a settlement before a full investigation has been conducted. The adjuster is required to fully assess the extent of the damage before offering any compensation to the claimant. Offering a partial settlement can lead to incomplete claim resolution and potential violations of insurance laws. Providing updates and denying claims based on clear policy exclusions are acceptable as long as they follow the correct procedures and time frames outlined by the law. Question 6. Adjuster techniques and methods. Which of the following is the most appropriate approach for an adjuster when assessing the replacement cost of property damaged in a fire? A. Calculate the cost of the property when it was originally purchased without accounting for inflation. B. Use the current market value of similar property and account for depreciation to determine the replacement cost. C. Estimate the cost of replacing the property with new items of like kind and quality, excluding depreciation. D. Apply a fixed percentage of the property's insured value as the replacement cost, regardless of the actual damage. Answer: C. Estimate the cost of replacing the property with new items of like kind and quality, excluding depreciation. Explanation: when determining the replacement cost, the adjuster must estimate how much it would cost to replace the damaged property with new items of like kind and quality. The replacement cost calculation excludes depreciation, unlike the actual cash value, a CV, which takes depreciation into account. The goal is to put the policyholder in the same position they were in before the loss in terms of replacing the damaged property. The original purchase price or a fixed percentage of the insured value would not accurately reflect the cost of replacement with new items, which is the key to replacement cost calculations. Question 7. Mississippi Insurance Laws and Regulations. Which of the following is not a requirement for obtaining a Mississippi Claims Adjuster license? A. Completion of an approved pre-licensing course. B. Passing the Mississippi Adjuster licensing exam. C. Submitting fingerprints for a criminal background check. D. Proof of professional liability insurance before applying for the license. Answer: D. Proof of professional liability insurance before applying for the license. Explanation: in Mississippi, an individual seeking to become a licensed claims adjuster must complete a pre-licensing course, pass the Mississippi Adjuster licensing exam, and undergo a criminal background check via fingerprint submission. Proof of professional liability insurance is not a requirement for obtaining a claims adjuster license in Mississippi. While professional liability insurance might be advisable for adjusters, it is not a mandatory prerequisite for licensing. Meeting the basic educational and testing requirements along with the background check are sufficient to obtain a license. Question 8. Claims resolution. Which of the following best describes a key consideration when an adjuster is handling a dispute resolution process in the claims settlement? A. The adjuster should avoid any further negotiations once a dispute has been raised. B. The adjuster should use mediation or arbitration to settle disputes when both parties agree. C. The adjuster must only offer compensation based on the claimant's demands without investigating further. D. The adjuster should immediately deny the claim if the dispute is not resolved within 30 days. Answer: B. The adjuster should use mediation or arbitration to settle disputes when both parties agree. Explanation. When disputes arise during claims handling, the adjuster should attempt to resolve the issue through mediation or arbitration, especially when both parties agree to these methods. Mediation involves a neutral third party who facilitates negotiations between the parties, while arbitration allows a third party to make a binding decision. These methods are considered effective for resolving disagreements without resorting to litigation. The adjuster should not immediately deny the claim or accept the claimant's demands without further investigation, and disputes should not be dismissed without attempting to resolve them amicably. Question 9. Fraud prevention and detection. Which of the following is NOT a red flag of potential insurance fraud during the claims process? A. A claimant presents inconsistent or conflicting statements regarding the incident. B. The claimant has a history of multiple recent claims with similar circumstances. C. The claimant cooperates fully with the adjuster's investigation, providing complete documentation. D. The claim is reported shortly after the incident occurs without any delay. Answer. C. The claimant cooperates fully with the adjuster's investigation, providing complete documentation. Explanation. A claimant who cooperates fully with the investigation and provides complete documentation is typically demonstrating legitimate behavior. Fraudulent claims are often associated with red flags such as inconsistent statements, a history of multiple similar claims, or suspiciously timed reports, e.g., claims reported shortly after an incident occurs. These behaviors can suggest that the claim may be fabricated or exaggerated. In contrast, a claimant who is cooperative and transparent is generally less likely to be involved in fraudulent activity. Question 10. Insurance adjuster ethics and professionalism. Which of the following is considered an ethical violation by an insurance adjuster? A. Discussing the details of a claim with a third-party contractor without the policyholder's consent. B. Keeping the policyholder informed about the claims process and the status of their claim. C. Treating all claimants with respect and professionalism during the investigation process. D. Offering a settlement to the claimant that aligns with the policy coverage limits. Answer. A. Discussing the details of a claim with a third-party contractor without the policyholder's consent. Explanation. One of the most important ethical responsibilities of an insurance adjuster is maintaining confidentiality. Disclosing claim details to third parties, such as contractors, without the policyholder's consent constitutes a violation of the adjuster's ethical duties. Adjusters are required to keep information related to the claim confidential and share it only with parties authorized by the policyholder or as permitted by law. All other options, such as providing transparency and treating claimants professionally, are in line with the adjuster's ethical responsibilities. Question 11. Claims adjustment practices. Which of the following is a common responsibility of an independent claims adjuster when handling a claim? A. To exclusively represent the insurer's best interests, often prioritizing the company's financial savings. B. To assess the damages and determine the appropriate settlement while being unbiased and independent from the insurer and policyholder. C. To negotiate directly with the policyholder and their attorney, offering legal counsel in the settlement process. D. To approve or deny claims without consulting the insurance company or the claimant. Answer. B. To assess the damages and determine the appropriate settlement while being unbiased and independent from the insurer and policyholder. Explanation. An independent claims adjuster acts as a neutral party, conducting a thorough assessment of damages and determining the fair settlement amount. They are not bound to prioritize the interests of the insurer over the policyholder or vice versa. Unlike company-employed adjusters, they must remain impartial throughout the claims process, ensuring both the policyholders' and insurers' interests are fairly represented. Question 12. Insurance policy terms and definitions. Which of the following policy terms refers to the portion of the insurance policy that outlines the responsibilities and limitations of the insured and insurer? A. Declarations. B. Conditions. C. Exclusions. D. Endorsements. Answer. B. Conditions. Explanation. The conditions section of an insurance policy sets forth the duties and responsibilities of both the insurer and the insured. This includes guidelines for filing claims, the insurer's right to cancel or modify the policy, and requirements for cooperation in investigations. Declarations provide basic information about the policy, exclusions outline what is not covered, and endorsements modify or add to the policy terms. Question 13. Fraud prevention and detection. Which of the following is an example of a suspicious behavior that could indicate potential insurance fraud during a claims process? A. A policyholder reports an accident that occurred in a different state than the one where they reside. B. A claimant has difficulty recalling basic details of the incident or the damages sustained. C. A claimant provides a well-documented history of previous claims, including repair invoices. D. A claimant promptly submits the required documents and works cooperatively with the insurer. Answer: B. A claimant has difficulty recalling basic details of the incident or the damages sustained. Explanation: a claimant who cannot recall basic details of the incident or the damages may be exhibiting signs of fraudulent behavior, and this lack of recall can be an indicator that the claimant is fabricating or exaggerating the claim. On the other hand, having a well-documented history of claims or promptly submitting required documents, while not suspicious on their own, it can be completely normal behavior. Insurance fraud often involves inconsistencies or discrepancies in the details of the incident. Question 14. State-specific regulations. Which of the following actions is prohibited by Mississippi insurance regulations when handling claims? A. Discriminating against claimants based on their race, color, religion, or national origin. B. Offering additional coverage at the time of claim settlement, provided it is agreed to by both parties. C. Using a contingency fee arrangement for claims adjusters. D. Negotiating with the claimant through an attorney if the claimant has already hired legal representation. Answer: A. Discriminating against claimants based on their race, color, religion, or national origin. Explanation: discrimination in handling claims based on race, color, religion, or national origin is strictly prohibited by Mississippi insurance regulations as well as by federal law. E.g., the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Insurance providers and adjusters must ensure that their practices are fair and free from bias. The other options, offering additional coverage or using contingency fees, may be permissible in certain contexts depending on the specific laws and regulations in place. Question 15. Ethical claims handling. Which of the following would be considered an ethical violation by an insurance adjuster when dealing with a claim? A. Denying a claim based on a policy exclusion that is clearly stated in the policy document. B. Offering a lower settlement than the policyholder is entitled to based on a reasonable assessment of damages. C. Using delaying tactics to avoid paying a claim in a timely manner. D. Engaging in negotiations with the claimant to settle the claim at a fair amount. Answer: C. Using delaying tactics to avoid paying a claim in a timely manner. Explanation: using delaying tactics to avoid or postpone paying a claim is an unethical practice. Insurance adjusters are required to act in good faith and process claims promptly. Delays can lead to financial hardship for the claimant and may be a violation of the Fair Claims Settlement Practices Act. The other behaviors, such as denying a claim based on exclusions or offering reasonable settlements, are not unethical if they align with the policy terms and are part of the proper claims process. Question 16. Mississippi insurance laws and regulations. Under Mississippi law, which of the following is NOT required for an insurance company to deny a claim? A. Providing the policyholder with a written explanation of the denial, including the specific policy terms involved. B. Verifying that the claim falls under an exclusion outlined in the policy. C. Ensuring that the claim is processed within 90 days of submission. D. Presenting the claimant with the opportunity to appeal the denial in writing. Answer: C. Ensuring that the claim is processed within 90 days of submission. Explanation: in Mississippi, while claims must be handled promptly, the 90-day rule applies more specifically to certain payment timelines rather than the denial of a claim. An insurer is required to provide a written explanation for the denial, ensuring it is based on a clear policy exclusion, and must provide an option for the claimant to appeal the decision. Processing times for claims are governed by other rules, but 90 days is not a universal requirement for claim denials. Question 17. Claims investigation techniques. Which of the following investigative actions is typically performed by an insurance adjuster during the claims assessment process? A. Interviewing witnesses and obtaining police reports to understand the facts of the incident. B. Filing lawsuits against third parties responsible for the damages. C. Referring the case to a claims attorney before taking any other action. D. Immediately offering a settlement to the claimant based on the initial report of damages. Answer: A. Interviewing witnesses and obtaining police reports to understand the facts of the incident. Explanation: a key aspect of the claims investigation is gathering as much relevant information as possible. Interviewing witnesses and obtaining police reports are essential steps in understanding the incident and assessing liability and damages. Justiciars typically do not file lawsuits or refer cases to attorneys unless the situation involves legal disputes or if it's part of the policy terms. Additionally, offering a settlement before completing the full investigation could result in an inaccurate settlement amount. Question 18. Handling disputed claims. What should an insurance adjuster do when there is a disagreement between the policyholder and the insurer regarding the settlement amount? A. Immediately escalate the dispute to an attorney for formal legal action. B. Attempt to resolve the disagreement by re-evaluating the damages and consulting relevant experts. C. Deny the claim outright and refuse further negotiations. D. Increase the settlement offer to avoid further issues even if the amount is higher than what is warranted. Answer. B. Attempt to resolve the disagreement by re-evaluating the damages and consulting relevant experts. Explanation. When disagreements arise over the settlement amount, the insurance adjuster should seek to resolve the issue by re-evaluating the damages and seeking the input of experts, such as contractors, appraisers, or engineers if needed. Negotiation is an essential part of the claims resolution process. Immediate escalation to legal action or arbitrarily increasing the settlement would not be appropriate without addressing the underlying facts and ensuring a fair resolution. Question 19. Professionalism in claims handling. Which of the following actions demonstrates ethical behavior by an insurance adjuster when handling a claim? A. Accepting gifts or favors from contractors or claimants in exchange for quicker claims processing. B. Providing clear, honest, and timely communication with the claimant regarding the claims process. C. Reducing the settlement amount to save the insurer money even if it is unfair to the claimant. D. Using the claimant's financial status to influence the claim settlement offer. Answer. B. Providing clear, honest, and timely communication with the claimant regarding the claims process. Explanation. Ethical claims handling requires transparency and honesty. Providing clear and timely communication with the claimant ensures they are informed about the progress of their claim, which builds trust and ensures compliance with ethical standards. Accepting gifts, reducing settlements unfairly, or using financial status to influence outcomes are all unethical practices that violate professional standards in insurance. Question 20. Legal considerations in claims handling. Which of the following is the legal responsibility of an insurance company when a claim is made? A. The insurer must approve the claim within 30 days, regardless of the investigation outcome. B. The insurer must notify the claimant within a specified period if they will not be honoring the claim, providing reasons for the denial. C. The insurer must immediately offer the full settlement amount requested by the claimant. D. The insurer must process the claim and make a final determination within 60 days, even if further investigation is needed. Answer. B. The insurer must notify the claimant within a specified period if they will not be honoring the claim, providing reasons for the denial. Explanation. Legally, insurers are obligated to provide a timely response to claims, especially when denying them. This includes notifying the claimant within a certain period, usually 3-4-5 days, depending on state law, if they intend to deny the claim and providing the specific reasons for the denial. This ensures transparency and gives the claimant the ability to understand the decision and possibly contest it. The insurer is not required to approve claims within a set number of days without investigation, nor must they offer the full settlement requested without proper assessment. Question 21. Insurance company investigation and liability. When an insurance company investigates a claim, it must do so in accordance with which principle? The investigation must be biased in favor of the insured to ensure customer satisfaction. B. The investigation must be based on the facts and evidence presented, regardless of the insurer's financial interests. C. The investigation must only focus on denying the claim to avoid financial loss to the insurer. D. The investigation can be completed without consulting relevant experts or obtaining detailed evidence if the claim is small. Answer. B. The investigation must be based on the facts and evidence presented, regardless of the insurer's financial interests. Explanation. The investigation process must be conducted objectively and in good faith, focusing on the facts and evidence of the case. The insurer must evaluate the claim fairly and impartially without allowing its financial interests to influence the outcome. This process is essential to ensure that claims are resolved fairly in accordance with policy terms and with respect to the insured's rights. Question 22. Handling personal injury claims. In a personal injury claim, which of the following is not typically considered by the insurance company when assessing damages? A. Medical expenses and treatments required as a result of the injury. B. Lost wages due to the claimant's inability to work following the injury. C. Pain and suffering, which is a subjective element of the claim. D. The claimant's previous insurance claims history, including unrelated claims. Answer: D. The claimant's previous insurance claims history, including unrelated claims. Explanation: when assessing damages in a personal injury claim, the insurance company focuses on the direct impact of the injury, such as medical expenses, lost wages, and pain and suffering. The claimant's previous claims history is typically not relevant to the current claim, especially if those claims are unrelated to the injury in question. The insurance adjuster's role is to assess the current injury and damages without penalizing the claimant for past unrelated claims. Question 23. Insurance adjuster's role in mediation. What is the role of an insurance adjuster when a claim dispute escalates to mediation? A. The adjuster must serve as the mediator between the insurer and the claimant. B. The adjuster must prepare for a legal defense and represent the insurer in court. C. The adjuster facilitates the settlement negotiations, offering recommendations based on the evidence and policy terms. D. The adjuster is responsible for making a final settlement decision regardless of the mediation outcome. Answer: C. The adjuster facilitates the settlement negotiations, offering recommendations based on the evidence and policy terms. Explanation: in mediation, the adjuster's role is to help facilitate the settlement negotiations between the insurer and the claimant. The adjuster does not act as the mediator, but instead provides insight into the claim, evaluates the damages, and makes recommendations based on the facts of the case and the terms of the policy. The decision to settle or proceed to further legal action is ultimately made by the parties involved, not the adjuster. Question 24. Claim settlement timeliness. According to insurance regulations in many states, how quickly must an insurer provide a written explanation of the claim decision to the claimant after an adjustment? A. Within 15 days of receiving the claim. B. Within 30 days of the claim submission. C. Within 45 days after the claim has been settled. D. Within 90 days of determining the settlement amount. Answer: B. Within 30 days of the claim submission. Explanation: state regulations typically require insurers to notify claimants within 30 days of receiving a claim about the decision, whether approved or denied, and to provide a written explanation for the outcome. This ensures transparency and helps the claimant understand the reasons for the decision, which can also serve as a basis for potential appeal if necessary. Question 25. Claims process documentation. What is the primary purpose of maintaining detailed documentation throughout the claims process? A. To provide justification for the claim settlement offer should the claimant appeal the decision. B. To comply with the statutory requirement of submitting paperwork to the regulatory authorities. C. To ensure that the insurer's financial interests are protected and that the claim will be denied if it becomes too expensive. D. To provide records for future use in any subsequent insurance policy renewals or cancellations. Answer: A. To provide justification for the claim settlement offer should the claimant appeal the decision. Explanation: proper documentation throughout the claims process is crucial for ensuring that the settlement offer or any claims decision is well supported. If the claimant challenges the decision, the documentation can serve as evidence that the insurer made a fair and reasonable decision based on the policy terms and available facts. This can include photos, reports, and any correspondence regarding the claim. Question 26. Subrogation in insurance. What does the term subrogation refer to in the context of insurance claims? A. The process of negotiating settlements with third parties involved in the claim. B. The insurer's right to pursue a claim against a third party responsible for causing damage or injury to the insured. C. The act of adjusting claims for a third party that was not originally involved in the incident. D. The insurer's ability to cancel the policy of a claimant who has been repeatedly involved in high-risk claims. Answer: B. The insurer's right to pursue a claim against a third party responsible for causing damage or injury to the insured. Explanation: subrogation is the legal process by which an insurer pursues a third party responsible for causing the insured's loss. After paying out the claim to the policyholder, the insurer can seek to recover the cost from the party that caused the damage. This helps to prevent the insurer from bearing the full financial burden when someone else is at fault. Question 27. Fair claims settlement practices. Under the Fair Claims Settlement Practices Act, which of the following is prohibited in the handling of claims? A. Delaying the investigation of a claim without a reasonable explanation. B. Requesting additional documentation only if the initial submission is incomplete. C. Denying a claim based on policy exclusions that are clearly disclosed. D. Making timely and reasonable settlement offers once the claim has been fully investigated. Answer A. Delaying the investigation of a claim without a reasonable explanation. Explanation. The Fair Claims Settlement Practices Act mandates that insurers handle claims in a timely and fair manner. Delays in the investigation or settlement of claims without a reasonable justification are prohibited. The insurer is expected to act promptly and communicate clearly with the claimant regarding the progress of the claim, providing clear reasons for any delays or denials. Question 20. Claims Adjuster's authority. Which of the following is true regarding an insurance claims adjuster's authority in determining the outcome of a claim? A. The claims adjuster has full authority to approve or deny a claim without consulting the insurer. B. The claims adjuster can approve a settlement up to a specified limit but must consult with the insurer for higher settlements. C. The claims adjuster must refer all claims to a legal team for approval before making a determination. D. The claims adjuster is not authorized to negotiate settlements or make decisions on claim payments. Answer B. The claims adjuster can approve a settlement up to a specified limit, but must consult with the insurer for higher settlements. Explanation. Claims adjusters typically have limited authority to approve or deny claims and settle claims within a specific financial limit. For claims that exceed that limit, the adjuster must seek approval from higher level management or the insurer. This ensures that settlement decisions align with the insurer's guidelines and policies. Question 29. Insurance fraud prevention. Which of the following actions would most likely be considered insurance fraud? A. A claimant provides incomplete information unintentionally during the claims process. B. A claimant inflates the value of property damage to receive a higher payout. C. A claimant reports a car accident a day after it occurs but provides evidence of the accident. D. A claimant asks for assistance in understanding their insurance policy's coverage. Answer B. A claimant inflates the value of property damage to receive a higher payout. Explanation. Insurance fraud involves intentionally providing false or misleading information to the insurer to obtain a higher payout. This can include inflating the value of damages, injuries, or losses. Such actions are considered fraudulent and are subject to legal penalties. Providing incomplete information unintentionally or reporting an accident slightly late is not typically considered fraud unless done with fraudulent intent. Question 30. Third-party liability in insurance. Which of the following best describes third-party liability coverage in an insurance policy? A. It covers damage to the policyholder's own property caused by a third party. B. It covers damages the policyholder causes to someone else's property or injury to another person. C. It covers the insurance company's liability in the event of a claim dispute. D. It covers the cost of repairing a third party's vehicle involved in an accident with the policyholder. Answer B. It covers damages the policyholder causes to someone else's property or injury to another person. Explanation. Third-party liability coverage protects the insured when they are responsible for injury or damage to another person or their property. This is commonly found in auto insurance policies' liability coverage and ensures that the insured is financially protected if they are held responsible for causing harm to others.